Ever heard of a killer? I drop bombs like Hiroshima.
Somebody said, look at LeakYou video. What the fuck is LeakYou? Is it like a site? What's LeakYou? LeakYou. Is it a YouTube channel? Oh, shit. Oh, all right, bet. Here we go.
Please hit the like. Thank you.
One, two, three, four.
Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. What's up with it, you all? Manuel, how you doing? I'm star crazy. It sucks to be Diddy right now. Yeah. So Diddy's bail bond request has been denied for a second time. And I mean, we expected this, right? We absolutely expected this. The prosecution is being quite fierce, doubling down. And again, the feds have had months to prepare this case. They've had months, right? And so, not surprisingly, Diddy's request, Sean Combs' request for bail, the second request, which was an appeal by his attorneys, was an epic fail. He came with a new part of his bail package proposal, and it included that he would not have women, right, around in his vicinity while he's out on bond. But I think Diddy has just as much fun with the men as he does with the women, honestly. Nobody trusts him. In that video that was made when he beat Cassie in that hotel, when I tell you that video is absolutely resonating even still right now, and it's hurting. It's absolutely hurting his potential chances of getting out. Now, I heard some people talking about how a man should have a right to a bond. They should have a right to be able to pay for a bond when they're accused of something. And I think that people don't understand that unless they get put in jail and the stakes are so high, or even if they have the money, the judge will not allow them or grant them bond. Because in our country, it is really not you're innocent till you're proven guilty. It's really you're guilty until you prove yourself innocent. That is exactly how our justice system works. You're guilty until you prove your innocence. It's just the truth. Unfortunate, but true. But his lawyer, Mark Agnifilo, essentially says that he's now going to push for a speedy trial. Well, let me tell you, I think the prosecution will be ready for that. Again, they've had months to prepare for this. And his two kids, Christian and Justin, they came out in support of their dad today out to the courthouse. And I couldn't help but think about that incident in Little Rod's civil lawsuit regarding Diddy. And I believe it was the son, Christian. I think that's the one that looks just like him. Anyway, some sort of a shooting, an incident involving someone in a studio, and Diddy and his son were both involved, allegedly, in this incident, right? I mean, just absolute fuckery has been going on with Diddy for years. He basically has been walking around with the cops in his pocket, you know, paying people off. Like, he has wreaked havoc for years. So Agnifilo says he's hoping to get Diddy's case to trial sooner rather than later to minimize the amount of time he'll have to spend behind bars. He's calling the rapper's prison conditions inhumane, and that Diddy is ready and focused ahead of the trial. Well, the judge disagrees. The judge, Andrew Carter, heard arguments from both sides. It's turned down the request because he's claimed that the government has proven that Diddy is a danger and that the bail package was insufficient, even on the risk of flight. It came out of the judge's mouth. Actually, the judge was kind of annoyed with the defense today. He was kind of annoyed with the defense for some of these statements that the defense was saying. Now, there was something else very interesting that took place today, right? Everybody's been talking about the 1,000 bottles of baby oil, right? Well, there's been, he should be convicted for having thousands of bottles of lubricant in his house, nasty bastard, right? Well, there's brothels, right, in Vegas, known brothels where men and women go to have sexcapades with, you know, escorts that work out of these brothels. And there's been like this concerted statement coming out of some of these Las Vegas brothels that say, hey, Diddy, you're doing it all wrong, man. You might think you're slick with the crazy amount of baby oil that you know was found, but you shouldn't be using baby oil because it warps condoms and it's bad for the vag. They say he's doing the dirty Diddy all wrong. Again, the 14-page indictment against Diddy claimed that law enforcement recovered more than 1,000 bottles of baby oils and lubricants, as well as other sex supplies. And this was during the raids on his house, right? But they're telling folks, like, don't use baby oil as a lube. It's bad for your health, and it can warp condoms. That's a lot of goddamn baby oil, right? Like, how much, let me search real quick. Like, how much does a bottle of baby oil cost? How much does a bottle of baby oil cost? Wow. So a big bottle of baby oil at CVS, Jesus, is $7.29. Let me get my calculator out. Wait. Let me get my calculator. Okay, so $7.29 times 1,000 bottles. That's a little over $7,000, right? Yeah, thousands of dollars worth of baby oil and lubricants. Johnson & Johnson's gonna send Diddy a cease and desist. Damn. Oh, damn. Oh man. It sucks to be him right now. It does. But you know, I know the question of bail in anyone's case, if they can afford bail, you know, should someone be able to fight their case while living in their luxurious home or whatnot, right? Or really whatever home, if they've got the money for the bond. Again, I understand why some people feel that way, right? Because I can't always, when it comes to our system and these crooked ass cops, right? I'm so careful about ever giving cops or authorities any kind of anything, any kind of one up, any kind of positive or pro, because I don't like them. And I really don't disagree with that. There's a lot of people that, you know, being held on, remanded in prison without being able to post a bond because the judge says you can't post a bond, it sometimes can be more difficult to fight your case from in jail than free. But at the same time, it's just such a thin line, because what if we gave people like John Gacy bail? What if he would have had the ability to bond out? He probably would have murdered 30 more men, you know? If we would have given, you know, woulda, coulda, shouldas, right? Ted Bundy, if he would have been able to get a bond, he may have even killed more women. But again, never allowing someone to have a bond does sort of lean in that way of you're guilty and you must prove yourself innocent, right? So, I mean, I'll leave it at that. I know I wouldn't want to be sitting in jail if I could bond out and afford it, right? I understand that. But thank God I'm not in his position, right? Yeah, I would never be caught in his fucking position, right? Yeah, it is. Yeah. You know, that's kind of how I feel about it. I don't feel sorry for this man at all. Believe that. I don't love cops. I don't love police. I don't have any love for the system. I'm the first one to call cops crooked as AF, okay? I'm the first one that'll do that. I've made many videos talking about how the cops, you know, are crooked as ever, man. And the racism prevails so much in the system, right? And a lot of these chiefs and other long-term higher ups are members of the Ku Klux Klan. I mean, they are, what do they call them? Racist, but they call themselves white supremacists, although I don't think they're supreme at all. I think they're shit under my shoe, you know? But I don't know. I think he's a monster. So, you know, I don't feel sorry for this man at all. This man has had so much opportunity in his life, and he pissed and shit it away. All right. IV fluids, 1,000 bottles of baby oil on the wall instead of bottles of beer. Take one now, pass it around, 99 bottles of beer on the wall. Oh my God. No, I can't feel sorry for him. Now, I hear Boosie has had some comments about Diddy's situation. And I like Boosie and everything. But Boosie, you gotta shut the fuck up. This ain't good. And I think why Boosie, you know, feels the way he does is because he has done time in jail. Boosie was facing life. He was facing life, right? So he knows what it's like to be in prison, etc., etc., etc. But the statements that he's making, like, all celebs fly in women, he's just freakier with it. Nah, man. This is exactly what Boosie had to say. Quote, I feel Diddy in jail for basically doing what every other famous entertainer has done. Flew bitches out for threesomes. He's just freakier. We actually go call women prostitutes who fly in willingly to be with their partners for sex. If that's the case, if you've been flued out and had sex, you should be labeled a prostitute. If that's the case, that's 80% of the women reading this and trafficking. Hell no. You're a celebrity. You gotta fly something. How else you get the peen? You're never in one place. When I saw that video, I was pissed off. Talking about the Cassie video, like he really got a problem, but facing life in prison for doing basically what so many other entertainers has done. Hashtag I disagree. Then he goes on to say, I'm starting to feel like this sex trafficking charge for flying bitches in for threesomes will be a tool used to take down hip hop artists and celebrities. Just think about it. Who's flying? They yes in to turn up, who always in a different city and gotta fly pussy to them, who ain't tripping in, y'all, this is exactly what it says, who ain't tripping and go give they sex partner a little change. Think about it, this shit real. If you fly a chicken, y'all turn up and you give her a little change so she's straight when she go home. That's sex trafficking. Rappers, athletes, D-boys, doughboys, politicians, be careful who you flying in. My comment is sometimes it's better just to shut the fuck up and say nothing. This is definitely not something I would lend my voice to. This ain't about him flying no bitches in, man. This ain't even really about that. I don't understand. But again, Boosie also famously rapped in his Wipe Me Down song, one of his most popular songs. Well, you know, this shit don't look right. And why would another man defend another man's sexual escapades? Like, what the fuck, Boosie? Now, I'm frowning up looking at you right about now. I'm just absolutely frowned up, wondering what the fuck, you know? What's up with it, Layla? Good to see you. She says, man, ninjas don't care about Diddy. They care about their own BS, right? I mean, just sometimes people shouldn't say anything. Like in this case, I feel like Boosie should Shut up. What's the point? What is him leveraging his voice to Diddy's case going to help him at all? What, to gain favor with Diddy? It's weird. And it kind of hurts, you know, because he is from the South. And I have heard, you know, it's kind of hard to, in Texas, Louisiana, you know, we're really close in some respects. So of course we hear Boosie's music and everything, but I just feel like, man, he's on a whole nother diabolical level with this, Boosie. He's on a whole different type of level that I don't know Boosie understands that. Days, IV fluids, facts. Plus it shows it's about intent. Who wants to be there? Who does not? A girlfriend getting flown out is not trafficking. Facts. That's not trafficking. We're talking about situations. So let's take the young lady, I believe it was Detroit or Milwaukee, I think Detroit. But she met Diddy and another business partner of Diddy's, a famous guy. I lose his name at this very moment, right? But she was an up-and-coming personality. And she met Diddy and this man at a lounge in her hometown. She ends up getting flown to New York, where she's raped after being drugged in a bathroom by not just Diddy, but 2 more guys. I mean, what about the stuff we don't know about, guys? Really? What about the stuff we don't know about that the feds don't know about? When you are this powerful and this big, and you are hiring male and women, you know, female and male commercial sex workers, we're talking about tunnels up under your home. Knowing that his, you know, fantasies or his fetishes or whatever, they're just absolutely like screwed up, right? And he would close his mouth, you know, helping out, you know, I'm talking like the Epsteins, right? The Epsteins, you know, the Harvey guy, what's his name? Wine, you know who I'm talking about, right? But Epstein specifically used to bring children out to his place on Star Island. Okay. He was so in his feelings when he got arrested and couldn't stand the fact that he got arrested, that he committed suicide, allegedly, of course. But what, you know, again, I just feel like, Boosie, you shouldn't even be lending your voice to anything in regards to Diddy. You shouldn't be trying to even defend this man, right? And it really makes people look at you with a big ass side eye, okay? Just a huge side eye. That again, I feel like that video of him beating Cassie, it was just so shocking to people because Diddy managed to get away from the Tupac scandal, the East Coast, West Coast feud, all the scandals associated with that. He had become, you know, this huge entrepreneur. He had built and remastered an image for himself after the East Coast, West Coast, after Biggie died, after Tupac died. He managed to like revamp his image. You know, he tried to kind of get a little wholesome with it. Although we used to hear stories, right? But then that video dropped. And this wholesome image that he had built up all the rumors that had been said that no one ever could really confirm, although we used to, listen to the stories of the Diddy parties and all that kind of stuff. But then you see him beating Cassie. Like, beating Cassie. We ain't talking about like just pushing her, which that wouldn't be acceptable either, or slapping her. No. He was throwing them bees on her, okay? Closed, fisted, and all. And I think sometimes Boosie has made just like questionable statements defending Diddy even prior to this. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's like his experience with the system that makes him feel that way, or his relationship with Diddy. I hope that Boosie never got drugged and taken advantage of like so many others. What's up with it, Cuban Crisis? Good to see you. Yeah, man, birds of a feather, they flock together. And I hate when dudes like him make these dumb blanketed statements. It's embarrassing. It shows what kind of man you are, and it's disrespectful and tone deaf and insensitive to women. That part. Or what Boosie does with his women. Yes. He's got, 8 or 9 kids? Facts. Only the women that he messes with know him. And I that really rings so true, right? I mean, Cassie knew him well, was with him over a decade. And so many people dismissed her lawsuit and dismissed her words when she came with that November lawsuit that Diddy, settled in 24 hours. So, anyway, needless to say, today, again, the judge denied his bond for a second time. And we expected this. And so now his, attorneys, plural, will build their defense case. And there will be a trial. And I will be here for it all, let me tell you. I will be here for it all. Probably there's going to be so much content on this. I can just see it now. I really can. When I tell you everybody and their mama's live, like this is such a big deal, right? Such a big deal. But man, you celebrities and y'all got to learn when to not say anything at all. And I really feel like Boosie should not be talking or even going there. You're only making us question you. You guys, I appreciate everything. I appreciate you all coming through. Thank you, Layla Wills, for dropping in as well. It's been an interesting last 3 days, hasn't it? I mean, it's trumped a lot of stuff. It's just, so unexpected for the public, right? But I will be back and we will talk more about this as well as other stories and other videos I've got scheduled and all that good stuff. I'm going to get up out of here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Listen, just a heads up to my Interloper Nation and crew. I probably will be over there tonight to drop a little something just real quick. I want to make a statement on some things. It'd be better, more safer if people didn't drop down over there. Yeah. I just want to speak on a few things, where I do it over there at Interloper Nation, right? So I'll be over there later, but you all, much appreciated. Much love, everyone. I will see you all on the next one. Until next time, guys.
The judgment sentence that you are an asshole. The trial is over. Thank you, everybody.
Let's play a game. You have 10 seconds to take all your stuff and get out of my life. 10, 9, 8.
God bless you, motherfucker.
You're really smart, like really smart like I am.